Good day. There is always a way. That's what I want to talk to you about today. There's always a way. You know, a lot of people speak Chinese, others speak Russian, French, you name it, and some don't. And for the ones that don't speak those languages, they might be like, wow, that's so difficult, that's so. Ugh. And others study that language and they just boop, they learn it. They teach themselves to speak that language, and now they can speak those difficult languages. And it's the same with relationships, really, and other things that you might be struggling with in life. First, you could think, oh my goodness, that is the most impossible thing to do. How am I going to get through that situation? How am I going to get to that point? How am I going to, you name it, fill it in? But I'm here to tell you that there is a way and it's possible and that you can do it. In my book, I write about Gary Chapman's book, The Five Love Languages. And it's so fascinating because he describes that we all have our own love language. I'm gonna take a look here. Let's see, words of affirmations, gifts, special touch, quality time, act of service. A book by Gary Chapman. I write about it in my book. Anyway, so sometimes you might think, oh, we just don't click. There's nothing between us. We can't make it through. But the thing is, you might just not be speaking each other's language. And the relationship or the thing that you're going through might not have to end if you only commit to speaking that language, speaking the language that you need, so that there can be understanding, that there can be peace and unity. So that really, I was like, yes, you can learn to speak a difficult life language. What is the most difficult thing right now in your life that you're struggling with and that you just can't get through? I'm here to encourage you today that there is always a way. There is always a way. You can do whatever you set your mind to. You can succeed. You can succeed in everything. I'm asking you to just not quit, to find a way to get back up and keep going, to find a way. And of course, in certain situations where there are more people involved or so, they both have to be willing to speak, to really study a new language, study someone else's language. But again, whatever the situation is, there is always a way. There's always a way. So, there's always a way. Oh my goodness, today, ooh, it's not always easy. It's not always easy to step into difficult things, but it's good for us to step out of our comfort zones. I could name something so silly. I was always afraid or uncomfortable to shop in areas where a lot of wealthy people live. I would feel so small and I would think, oh, I'm not going to shop there. It's ridiculous. I remember as a teenager, I watched the movie Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. And that scene where she stepped into the store and she looked like the way she dressed, the way that she liked dressing, but it wasn't posh enough, it wasn't, and the lady in the store really looked down on her and treated her like she was nothing, and what are you coming to do in my store? And that scene always stuck with me because I've been through that in real life, that I was with people I loved and they went shopping, and I was just a young girl. I was a little girl, and I went shopping, and in this posh street, I can even feel it on my chest right now. But um, the person I was with, she wanted to shop and just spend her money in those chic stores. But the lady in the store, she was like, "Don't touch those clothes." So that lady, the person I was with, she was like, "How am I supposed to know what I want if I can't touch it?" And the lady was like, "Well, just tell me what you want and then I'll." So that experience was so hurtful, so painful. And the person I was with, she was like, "I'll show them and I'll buy as much as I want." And now I know now that she wouldn't do that anymore. She would be like, "Oh, you're like that? Then I won't spend my money. Your money won't be worth my money won't be worth your store." Anyway, I hope I'm saying this right. Doesn't matter. But I guess those experiences really stuck with me for some reason. Because, okay, I know, don't forget, I struggled with a low self-esteem, not feeling good enough, etc. And sometimes it still pops out. It still resurfaces. And then I have to really reprogram my brain. What am I thinking? Are those words true? And that's how I do things. So, but now I deliberately sometimes go into places where a lot of wealthy people live, and I step into those stores and I just browse around, or I do my groceries there or whatever, just to learn that difficult language for me. That's my language that I am struggling with. So I hope you get what I'm saying here. There's always a way for everything. There's always a way to reprogram your thinking, to reprogram the way you feel, to connect with people that you find it difficult to connect with, etc. There's always a way to learn a difficult language. And as I said, in Gary Chapman's book, he writes about 5 love languages. So you could be having, your language could be like act of service, that you like it when people do things for you. And the other person could love words of affirmations, that you could say kind things, etc. So for someone with the love language, words of affirmation, if you say something hurtful to them, it really devastates them. And if it's someone else who doesn't have that love language, they're like, shake it off. I don't care. And what I'm trying to say with this is, certain people, they can judge others so easily with, oh, that person always so weak, and also, if you say this to them, they're woohoo. And they feel as though, I don't want to connect with those kind of people. They're too weak for me. But if you learn to speak their language, and sometimes you don't even have to speak their language, you can try to understand people, and then you find a way. Anyway, there's always a way. There's always a way in whatever situation you're going through, what you're experiencing right now. Please don't think that this is it. Please don't believe that you won't see change in your situation, that there isn't a way out, that it will always rain because the rain always stops, that it will always be dark because the sun always comes out. And even if it's raining for a long time, you can put on your umbrella. And even if it's dark or it stays dark, you can turn on a light. There's always a way. There's always a solution to your situation. And I hope that I can encourage somebody today who's going through something difficult. The most difficult languages for people, like, as I said, Russian or whatever, Chinese, you name it. People taught themselves those languages. So nothing in life is too difficult. Nothing. Facing somebody, going for that job interview, breaking up with somebody who you need to break up with, losing weight, if you're struggling with, there's always a way. There's always a way. My weight, I fluctuate a lot because I used to be an emotional eater. So if I had too much stress going on, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. And when you don't sleep at night, so I have to be really cautious of everything that goes on around me. Anyway, I'm really blabbing today. I think I'm gonna stop. But there's always a way. There's always a way. And you are good enough. And I'm saying this to myself right now. We are all good enough, just as we are. You don't have to be filthy rich to just walk in a street with beautiful stores and just look at those clothes, or be in a different environment, because you are good enough. You are worthy. We are all worthy. We are all perfect just as we are. But my main message for today, there's always a way. Did you see me? Did you feel me? But there's always a way. There is. And if you can't find a way by yourself, please pick up the phone or type in on your computer, any kind of therapist, any kind of coach, you name it, or read a book, listen to podcasts, YouTube videos. There's always a way to get through your situation. Please don't stay stuck. Have a fantastic day. Please subscribe to my channel. Tell people about me. I like to encourage people, and sometimes they're better than others, but I am gonna keep on trying.